Alright chat, what is up? East Coast Route Reviews here, and today we're going to be looking at some stuff in Athens. This is going to be like a multi-part series, so this is part 1 for now. And don't worry, I should be posting more when my break comes, so yeah. Let's get started with the city of Athens, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. First highway I want to talk about is Georgia 316, which is kind of like a feeder route into Athens from the northern Atlanta metro, and connects Athens to I-85. And I kind of want this to be an interstate, actually, a child of I-85, or part of my I-32 proposal. If you didn't watch that video, you should just go watch it. But, yeah. And currently, Georgia 316 is under construction to become a fully limited access highway. So, I got this picture here of the Georgia 211 site from, like, a couple weeks ago. So, this is still happening as we speak. And this will overall just be very great for traffic entering Athens from the Atlanta area, and just generally really good for I-85. Let's change this up really quick. And here's the sign. We'd be signed for Lawrenceville and Athens. I think Lawrenceville's a fine thing to sign since we're right by it. It's kind of like the I-385, if I-26, it's on Lawrence briefly. And anyways, also, Georgia 316 can still exist. It's like the assigned route of I-585, and it's like I-85's assigned route Georgia 403, so it's not that big of a deal. And it'd still be the University Parkway, and also from exit 5 to the other terminus, US 29 Georgia 8 would be concurrent with it. Kind of like, I don't know, the other 585 and US 176, so you get the point. Let's go sign the other side real quick. Here is before. Now here it is. I changed the signage a little bit on the beltway. I noticed a lot of shields, but bear with me there. I put Augusta as a better primary for US 78. I felt valid because it's one of the major A's of Georgia, which is one of the 3 major metros if you don't know. And then I signed Madison because it's one of the more major areas too. I wanted to put Anderson, South Carolina on here, but I didn't know if it was necessary like right at the moment. You could wait until like the US 29 exit, but they wanted to, like mentioning Georgia 72 at that exit, so they want to sign Elberton in one spot, and yeah, I don't know. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there or something. And that will conclude Georgia 316. I'll be covering it later on this channel, like NetSo route, so quite a while from now, but I've been on the whole route multiple times, so it's well covered. Now we'll be doing Georgia 72, which is not only my favorite state highway, but it is a major connector to Athens, just like how Georgia 316 is, but this one's more rural, and it goes through 2 states, Georgia and South Carolina, and it connects towns like Elberton, Abbeville, South Carolina, to Greenwood, South Carolina, Clinton, South Carolina, and I-26 and I-385 to Athens. And if you want to go way further up, Rock Hill to Athens, but I don't think anyone's using Rock Hill to get, South Carolina 72 to get to Athens, you know, but you get the point. So let's move on with that. Alright, so this is called Old State Route 72 here, and this is actually Georgia 72 prior to the 2020 project, or 2022 project, whenever it was done. It was like 2020, 2024, something like that. And it ran through Comer, and it's where Georgia 22 and Georgia 98 used to terminate, but now they terminate as continuous highways at the new area, as you see above. And I feel like this should be a business route or alternate route, because it goes through like pit stops basically, like Carlton and Comer, and I feel like it's just like a late entrance if you use Georgia 22 instead of the business route. So yeah. Let's show some signs real quick. Alright, so I won't follow this routing here since I don't think I'm going to be doing this for my Georgia 72 video, but I could change. But, alright, let's just go. As they already have a mileage sign for us, so that's convenient. Here's a look at Carlton. We will have a reassurance shield here somewhere. We have a little concurrency here, and get signed for Athens. Here, Georgia 22 will split from us. It's signed for Danielsville and Commerce, while we were still signed for Athens, and also Georgia 22 will take you to Georgia 98, and also the main line, but I wasn't going to mention the main line because for obvious reasons. And here we see that we end, and also we have a Georgia 98 sign and a Georgia 172 sign. It should be 2 Georgia 98 and 2 Georgia 172, but 2 signs missing. But pretty cool that they have large shields and stuff, right? That's what makes Georgia 72 super unique. This is like its freeway section, but with great intersections and all that. Speed limit 65. Before we continue on, I want to give an honorable mention to this monstrosity of a sign from the Georgia 17 split. It says southbound 72 instead of eastbound 72 for one. It also is signed for Calhoun Falls. It should be Abbeville and Greenwood here, but it's not. I don't like this at all. I just want to show you what it looks like after corrections real quick, and we'll continue on. And here it is. You could also sign Abbeville here, which is fine, but I just put Greenwood here because it's only 10 miles from Abbeville and it's bigger. It's the bigger city of the two. And signing Abbeville would be like signing Spartanburg on I-85 or something. And here are my proposed expansions. So the blue, it just cuts through downtown, enters part of the perimeter, Athens perimeter, like on the northern side, goes through downtown Athens, and then has a short concurrency of US 78 business, and then ends in the southern side of the perimeter. And then the red goes all the way to Oakwood, Georgia. It'll serve as a major connector to Athens that's more rural and parallel to Georgia 316 US 29, kind of like a frontage road or something. And it'll be a great alternate route. And also it'll be I-85 and also be a frontage first I-95 briefly. And add it after turning left on the Spout Springs Road. And there'll be a connector route like going straight before it turns up in the Spout Springs Road. And it will go to Georgia 13. So to kill some more time, let's do both of these highways for y'all to show you what it's like. Instead of having that right turn arrow marking our terminus, we have arrows indicating both ways because we'll be extended, and we are signed for downtown, of course. Next, we make a left turn at this light, and of course we meet the perimeter. And here's where our exit sign will look like. Here we meet Old Hole Road, which both ends are on Georgia 72, and well, now on the extended Georgia 72 and current 72. This could be an alternate route, but I'm not sure. And here at this light we make a left turn, then we'll make a right turn to US 78 business and Georgia 10. Next we'll make a left turn to Georgia 15 alt here. Then we end here at Georgia 15 alt, and I added a sign for 2 Whitehall roads since we end just short of it. And also give us an exit sign on the top left there. Now we restart back up where we were with the same stuff. But this time we're heading to, the I-985 area and everything. And this time we'll do both directions, so yeah. This is going to take so long for me to edit, but we make a left at this light again. And then we meet the beltway again, or the perimeter. Here we make a left turn at that light again. And then another turn at this light. You should know where it is because I already said it. And the concurrency begins again. We meet Georgia 15 alt, but we continue straight this time. Here we meet the Epsworth Parkway, which is signed for Georgia 316 westbound in Atlanta, while we are signed for Winder Monroe. And also for the original sign, it's just Monroe. We put Winder on there in Georgia 72's favor. Here we split from US 78 business in Georgia 10, and they'll go to Georgia 316, and we will keep straight. And they're signed for Atlanta and Winder. The sign's not in this picture, but I don't know why they would sign Winder there for them, but I feel like Winder should be on that route, honestly. I'm just saying. Anyways, we'll continue on here. Then here we'd have a short concurrency of Georgia 211 for like only 500 feet, so I'm not going to show the other end of the concurrency. Then we can come concurrent with Georgia 8, Georgia 53, and US 29 business here for a little bit. Then we all join Georgia 11. As we meet Georgia 81, Georgia 11, and 53 split from us. Then we pass by Georgia 324. As we would split from US 29 business and Georgia 8, we have a connector route that goes to Georgia 316 as well, to both go to Georgia 316. But Georgia 72 connector will be an alternate access, so you can easily access Sugarloaf Parkway going westbound on Georgia 316. So yeah. Then we make a left turn at this light onto Georgia 324, and we'll take over that highway segment and then let him here at this light to the right here, so we can be extended, of course. And here's where we cross past Georgia 124 as we enter Buford. Then we meet I-85 here, and Fun fact, South Carolina 72 slash Georgia 72 is the second adoptive road of I-85, yet it doesn't need it. It's more of US 29's like adoptive highway, if you know what I mean, and US 29's I-85's highway, but yeah, you get the point. It's like 2 layers of deeper to I-85. Here in Beaufort, we make a right turn right onto Georgia 20. Then we split off of Georgia 20 here to go parallel I-985 via Logan Road. Here we'll have a brief turn to Georgia 347, and we'll see a 2 northbound I-985 sign. Then here you split from Georgia 347 and make a left turn. We're heavily parallel I-985. And then we make a right turn here on Georgia 13 as we pass by the Atlanta Falcons training camp, so that's really cool to see. Here we split from Georgia 13 head toward I-985. And now we enter I-985. Let's turn around and head the other way. Alright chat, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back with part 2 like really soon, and yeah, see you next time and have a great one.